2019.
Survey says.
Yeah, so I thought this Goku Black was a NYCC exclusive.
Well, think again!
Dumbass!
But as you can see, I was wrong, and it was most definitely an SDCC exclusive. And I just wanted to correct that from the last video, because this is a part 2 to that video. Also, another mistake that I made in the video before this one is that I thought Thompson was teasing a potential Super Saiyan Blue like Goku head sculpt, but I'll put the screenshot up on the screen. According to one of my commenters, Chill, he sometimes contacts me on Instagram as well. He was like, nah bro, it's just that he was trying to prove a point in terms of that his sculpts wasn't off, in terms of, like, you know, how their forehead, how the eye, the proportioning from the eye to the forehead seems to change when they scream. And I'm not gonna lie, I critiqued that when I got the Taunton Art Toys head sculpts. So I also wanted to correct that. And also I wanted to say, like, I gained a new perspective on those head sculpts. Well, that particular head sculpt where Vegeta was screaming with the Super Saiyan Blue or Berserker Blue head sculpt. It has grown on me, and I actually like it a lot now. But with that being said, I want to hop into a couple things just from the last video, and then, you know, I'm gonna close it out as usual. But first, so as you can see, we got my man Gogeta. I was about to say Vegeta. Gogeta on the screen. And the reason why he's on the screen is because in the last video, I saw a lot of people, it was either they wanted to see it, but it was as something that they would like to see as an NYCC exclusive, or they were just straight up like, nah, I think this will be an NYCC exclusive. And it wasn't a whole lot, but it was like either 3 or 4 comments that I saw like that, and it was enough for me to be like, I wonder why they think this. But like I said, not everybody was like, yo, I think this is what it's gonna be. Some, it was like, oh, I would like it to be that. But I don't think it's time for this character or this variation of Gogeta yet. In fact, I don't think we're gonna get this variation of Gogeta until the Buu Saga. I know I sound like a broken record. If you've been watching my videos from for a little while now, you know that I don't think, well, you might know that I don't think this is gonna come out until the Buu era. Now, the reason why I say that is because if they was to make this NYCC exclusive, let's just say they repaint the movie Gogeta from the Broly movie, basically. The problem with that is that this variation of Gogeta would still need someone to fight. Whenever they release these figures, you can best believe whoever they was up against in the show is not too far behind, or it could be before them. But you, in this case, we'll just say not too far behind. So that would mean that Janemba is not too far behind, and I simply don't believe that. I don't think that Janemba's close to being released at all. I do think that he will be released, just not anytime soon. Once again, that's Buu era stuff. So that's the main crux to why I don't think it'll be released. And then also, I just think, like I said, in all too early to release that variation of Gogeta. Although I could see the reasoning why, because it could just be a simple repaint. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think by the time we get this variation of Gogeta, it's gonna be a brand new sculpt. It's gonna be like a 5.0, 4.0. At this point, I was thinking about at one point making a new video, just to sidetrack real quick, about the different versions of the body mold, and at this point I don't think it's even worth numbering the body molds anymore because of what they did with this most recent Goku. And also, let's just look at the era of the 3.0 body mold. How many different, we have 3 different legs for the 3.0 body mold. In the 2.0 era, that wasn't a thing. We had the same, basically the same variation of legs throughout that whole era. But now we have 3 different, we have the ones that came on Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Ultimate Gohan. We have Future Trunks' legs as well as Orange Piccolo's legs, and now we have this, yet again, a new set of legs on this brand new end of Namek Saga Super Saiyan Goku. So we see that they're incrementally adding these improvements. It's not like one big quantum leap anymore, or big leap, whatever you want to call it, because some people could argue that 2.0 to 3.0 isn't a huge leap per se, and I can understand why. But aesthetically, I think it looks a lot better. But we're not here to discuss that. So I just want to give a quick shout out to the commenter that put forth this theory. But in a nutshell, and of course I'll put the comment up on the screen. In a nutshell, what this person said is that they believe that the NYCC exclusive for 2023 is actually going to be Future Trunks. And their reasoning being, one, of course he hasn't had a re-release, so okay, it checks off that box. But two, in the last video I put forth the notion that, hey, if you paid attention, the only characters that they have as NYCC exclusives are, what you call it, Saiyans, right? And so, but he took that a step further, or they, whomever, they said that they think it's Future Trunks because for the most part, or not even for the most part, altogether, the only characters to get re-releases or become NYCC exclusives have been exclusively Dragon Ball Super characters. And I was like, huh, it's a character that has not been re-released and he fits that criteria to be a Dragon Ball Super character. I mean, and it fits like with the rest. So we have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, we have Broly with the armor and Super Saiyan form from the Broly movie, and Future Trunks definitely could go there. Just saying, no pun intended. Now, one thing that I could say about that is that it could fit. I think a couple other characters could potentially fit, but I think this one fits the best. Like, you could technically put Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which was a premium Bandai exclusive originally, into that category. And also at one point it was an event exclusive. I don't remember which event, but at one point they had a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta on the 1.0 body mode, and then like a year or so later, year or two later, they released the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta that was on 2.0 body mode, which was the premium Bandai exclusive. Only thing about that is, it was a premium Bandai exclusive, but at the same time we know that that doesn't really matter anymore with the advent of Raditz being re-released with his manga colors. So we know they, at this point, they're not afraid to touch on characters that have been premium Bandai releases. So they're not out. They're not completely ruled out either. Now, I think Future Trunks kind of makes the most sense at this point in time, and low-key it could fit the motif of, since he's Future Trunks anyways, it fits the motif of, oh, Android Saga, sort of, kind of, but I wouldn't make that connection per se. And I think he just makes a really good candidate. They can give him that pearlescent Super Saiyan hair, and then they'll give him the aura effect where it's blue on the inside but yellow towards the edges. So I could totally see it. The only thing that would suck is I would guess that he most likely wouldn't come with his Sword of Hope, and that's like a huge thing. That's like that's like the main thing, you know? And also, in this case, for both him and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, they do have Merge Zamasu for him to fight. So there's already a character out there for them to fight. Only thing is, Merge Zamasu hasn't been released in eons. Maybe that's a character that'll show up later down the line as a re-release. We'll see. Now, other than that, there is one other character, but I don't think it'll be, but it'll be actually two other characters that I'm gonna throw in the ring. Okay, so these are my last two picks. I've seen Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in the comments of the comment section. Now, Hit himself, no. Now, the reason why a Hit would be the super wild card, but Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, I think it works as a nice repaint. They can give him his deeper blue aura effect. They can potentially include a new hair sculpt with some new face plates or whatever that can keep the same 2.0 Vegeta body. The only reason this doesn't work per se, actually it could work, but the reason why I'm gonna just tell you out my reasoning at first, and then I'm gonna debunk it real quick. Now the reasoning why this probably wouldn't work is because I believe that this would be released almost in conjunction with a topo. So a God topo from the anime version wouldn't be too far behind a Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta release, or vice versa, you know? Now the thing is, it's not like Fusion Born Gogeta where you just wouldn't have anything to pose it with per se, because, you know, we would be missing Janemba with Fusion Born Gogeta. With Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, it wouldn't be quite the same, because you can team him up with Ultra Instinct Goku and then, you know, pose him fighting Jiren, things of that nature. So it's not like you wouldn't have him anybody to pose him with. And of course, when you pose him, you can choose whoever you want, but I'm just saying off how the company would work. They always like to give you characters that can be posed with in close proximity to each other, so y'all can recreate. So I say y'all, so we can recreate the scenes, you know? So there's that. And that Hit is like a ultra wild card guess. Once again, a character that hasn't had a re-release. And he is premium Bandai, but as I said with Raditz, they shown us that they're not afraid to re-release a premium Bandai figure. So time will tell the tale on that. I don't think he'll be re-released per se. I think if he is re-released, it'll be a long while before we get him as a re-release. It would work good with the Kaioken Blue Goku. You know how it could work as a re-release? I just thought of something. If depending on how long y'all been on the channel, y'all know I had a theory that all the 1.0 figures were gonna get updated to the 3.0 era. I used to say 3.0 body, but I'm just gonna say era because we had so many different variations of the 3.0 at this point. And the way it could work for Hit is that if they decided to upgrade the 1.0 Revival of F Super Saiyan Blue Goku, when he had the whiskey, as people like to call it, that could work for a Hit re-release. That'll be so if we ever see that figure re-released or updated, the mold updated, I could definitely see a Hit re-release at some point, you know, because the only person, yeah, I could just see it. It would work so well as a re-release during that time period. But until that's actually confirmed, you know, we'll just play it by ear when it comes to that, because that's just a whole lot of speculation. I don't got a lot of proof for that, but it is very possible. I don't even want to hype myself up for a potential upgrade from the 1.0 to the 3.0 era style for Revival of F Goku or Vegeta. I don't want to hype myself up too much. I'm gonna start getting excited and everything, you know. But with that being said, I kept you guys here long enough. Thank you for watching, indeed, if you still are. And until next time, you are dismissed. Goodbye. Now press 1 in the comment section or in the live chat, depending on how you're watching this, if you got that reference. Peace.